that Graceland experience with Travis, I've never been turned on like that, ever. I lost everything. I had a big Burger King bag because I had gotten everybody dinner, and I hurled that bag across the room. It hit my wall. I was blinded by shame. This could be God's provision for something that's coming.
Hey everybody, welcome to the Kim Gravel Show. I am Zach. I am the show's producer. Don't change the channel just because you don't see Kim. I promise you that Kim will be on the show any second, but she asked me to do the introduction because this week we have something really special for you. We put together a group of hand-curated clips. These are clips from past episodes that are guaranteed to inspire you. They're going to uplift you. They're going to pleasure you. I didn't realize how that was going to sound until I just said it out loud, but you know what? I'm going to go with it. Don't worry about it. It's going to be great. It starts with an episode that we did where I flipped the script on Kim, and I was interviewing her about her book, Collecting Confidence, which had just been released. The episode starts with my daughter introducing Kim by beatboxing. I hope you enjoy.
Kim Gravel.
Okay, is that your daughter beatboxing? At what age?
I taught my daughter to beatbox for this intro for you.
Okay, that I am like, peace out, Cub Scouts. That is classic. Absolutely. When you hear a young kid beatbox, what more do you want? Oh my gosh, I love that little peanut.
It took like 7 takes, let's be honest. But okay.
How amazing is that?
Kim, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
We're
Thank you for having me.
So excited to have you. Let me give you a round of applause. Hold on. Welcome to the show. We're professionals on this show, all right? Everyone gets an intro. Everyone gets an applause. I want to get right into it, though, because everyone knows who you are. I'm not going to pretend like they don't. Obviously, this is your podcast. The thing that strikes me about this book, and I've read it a couple times now. I read an earlier draft. I read a later draft. I don't think I've read the final draft yet. So I'm excited to actually get it. And I know how much of your just wisdom, your soul has gone into this thing. And I guess my first question is why? Why did you decide to do this now? Right? Because I think this is an important moment for you. And I'd like to know a little bit more about why this book is coming out now and why it's important for you in this season of your life.
I think the reason, I won't say I think, I know the reason for me writing the book is now with this message is because I can fully stand 2 feet on the ground in full confidence in this message. I'm not saying I've arrived, because by no means have I arrived, but I have accepted, embraced, and been excited about this place in my life. Full confidence. Absolutely full confidence. I can't, it is a feeling. It is a knowing. It is a confidence that's like none other. And I think it took me a whole lifetime, or at least up until this point, to figure that out. Because I believe, Zach, we're all born with confidence, and life chips away at it, and we lose it as we travel along our path. And so for me, I'm challenging people to look back over their lives and gather it back up, because they've had it from day one.
You mentioned in the book, as you're kind of bringing people along on this journey and telling people how they can think about finding your own calling, right? And there's this really inspirational moment where you talk about what were you good at as a child. Can you tell us a little bit about that? Can you bring us into that sort of moment and how you work through finding out a little bit more about what you're meant for by thinking about your childhood?
So there's a particular. It's one of the last chapters, because I'm challenging you to go back into childhood because you knew your calling then, you just didn't know it. You were probably operating in it and you didn't know it. You didn't know how to define it. And so for me, when I was in the 5th grade, I went to Arcado Elementary School. I was in 5th grade and I was, oh Lord, honey, Kim was not, she didn't do a lot with what she had. Okay. I wasn't the cutest little thing. I wasn't one of them naturally pretty girls. And, but you couldn't tell me nothing. Okay. You couldn't tell me nothing. I was in the 5th grade and there was a 5th grade talent show. I will never forget this as long as I live. And writing the book, this just came to me.
Yeah.
My mom said I wore her out. She's like, you were the hardest child to raise. She said, you always had something going on. You were driving me and your father crazy. And, think about it. So I was going to be in this talent show in the 5th grade. How old are you in the 5th grade? I can't even remember how old I was. 5th grade
like
would be
11,
what?
12, something like that. 12, I
Probably,
think.
yeah. Is it 12? Yeah, somewhere around there.
Maybe 11.
And yeah, maybe. And I said I'm going to be in this talent show and I'm going to do it with an air band. Air, A-I-R. Okay. So this air band.
And your friends are in the book being like, what's an air band? I love that so much.
How the heck did I know what an air band was? I didn't know what that was.
Who knows?
So anyway, I was like, but I knew we couldn't play instruments. So we were going to fake it. We were going to pretend like we were playing instruments because I had seen this movie called Xanadu. And all of you listening will know Olivia Newton-John, may she rest in peace. There was a soundtrack called Xanadu soundtrack. And on the flip side of the album, there was this instrumental track of the song Suspended in Time. And I will never forget it. It's like, keep me suspended in time with you. I know the song to this day. None of the rules apply. So there was an instrumental track. So I went and had my mom. Now keep in mind, there was no Amazon. There was no Prime delivery. There was no go on your phone and Google and figure out where you could pick up. I had to go borrow a set of drums, a keyboard, a bass, electric guitar, and mics, everything. I had to go borrow everything.
No, but I thought an air band, like you literally are playing air, not real things.
We were not playing.
You were pretending to play real instruments. Okay. I was picturing this differently. Okay.
Think about this now. Think about how insane this is.
Okay.
So we picked up a full set of drums, a keyboard, a bass player, electric guitar, all of that. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
We didn't plug any of it in, but I went and had I have pictures of this. And I just remember my mom was going from pillar to post, collecting all this stuff to take to this school. And she was like, Kim, y'all can't play instruments. I said, I don't care. I want it to look so real. Then I made everybody's outfit. I made their shirts. We decorated their jeans. I had my own outfit. I made everything. I ironed it all on. I sewed it on a no-sew stick, the little strips, and you just sew stuff on without having to sew. I did it all by myself. Okay. The night of the talent show happens.
Yep.
It's packed. We're the last performance of the talent show. Oh gosh, I'll never forget this. We all had mullets. Oh my God. I had mullet haircuts. Sheila was my guitar player. I swear, Sheila, if you were watching this and you remember this, or you please call me, babe. Please
I'm sorry,
call me.
Sheila. I'm really sorry.
I remember she was beautiful. Sheila was she was one of the popular girls. And so anyway, so we would all we did our song, Keep Me Suspended in Time with You. People went crazy. We won.
Uh-huh.
It was the highlight. So from that moment on, I thought, oh my gosh, I'm a singer. I'm gonna be a singer. Because I actually sang. I didn't pretend to sing. I sang. The air band was just playing air. The instrument didn't play instrument.
And you sang. Yep.
So I said, oh my gosh, I'm a singer. No. I was a builder.
Mm-hmm.
I did all of that. Right. I did all of that. None of my friends helped me do that. They just showed up, put on their guitar and pretended to play. When I think back to what that was the first time in my life where my calling showed up and showed out, but I did not recognize it. I thought I was a singer. The special part of that talent show, and the band was called Rare Edition, by the way. The special part of that talent show was not the singing. Lots of people can sing. Very few 10, 11-year-olds can go and pull that off by themselves and do it to win.
Yep.
So that's what I'm talking about. Everybody has that rare edition moment, Zach.
Yeah.
Everybody has that
And it's
moment.
hard to get it right. It's hard to figure out what to make of it, especially when you're young like that, right?
Well, I think everything in purpose, and when we talk about purpose and calling or whatever, we're always saying, do. What do you do? What do you do? I'm a singer. I'm a helper. I'm a blah, 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 blah. It's not what you do. It's who you innately are. It just, that just came, no one had to teach me how to do that.
Yep.
That just came out of me.
You just did it.
I just did it.
Yeah.
It's not a career. It's a vocation. It's a calling. It comes from within.
I want to get into some of the most memorable moments here from your life. And there's been some doozies. The first thing I want to talk about now that we're back. Wait. I totally forgot. Oh my gosh. I totally forgot because I had my daughter record this.
Collection cabinets.
I had my 2-year-old record the title of the book for you, Kim. This is my
I
gift
want
to
that.
you.
You've got to send that to me.
So make sure that you pick up
Collection cabinets.
wherever books are sold.
I love it.
Okay, Kim, no, but I want to get into it. I want to talk to you about Travis. And you
Lord.
go through in detail Travis's courting of you, which you made him work for it. There was a...
I didn't like Travis like that. I didn't like Travis like that.
Yeah, can you tell me a little bit about how you knew Travis was right for you? Because at first you didn't know that.
Mm-mm. Well, again, we've talked about in a couple of episodes about, our hustling, and we're trying always so hard. I mean, I did it the wrong way, and I talk about a painful divorce I went through. And that was a manufactured hustling situation where I made things happen.
Mm-hmm.
And the marriage didn't last. And Travis came and pursued me, and he knew. And I didn't recognize it because I think I was blinded by shame and regret and disappointment in myself from my past relationships. And so I didn't feel worthy enough to receive, I think, what was true and real and authentic. And I think a lot of times, and I certainly didn't have the confidence to recognize it. And I think that's what happens when we make mistakes in our lives, that we carry so much shame. We don't even need people to judge us or shame us or hate on us. We do it to ourselves so well that it really stops you sometimes from receiving the blessing or receiving the opportunity. And Travis was just persistent. And again, Travis is a very confident man. He's not a perfect man, and he's certainly by no means, even a man who I would say is strong all the time. But when it came to our relationship, he just knew, and he wasn't going to take no for an answer. Nothing deterred him. And I remember just being like, my mom was like, this poor boy, my Lord. And I remember it took me moving away from the city of Atlanta to another state, to Tennessee, to realize what Travis was and who he was. And a lot of times you kind of have to step away and look back.
Yeah.
And when people say, don't look back, never look back, I don't agree with that. There was like, just be in the present. Don't look back and don't look forward. I don't agree with that. There's so much from your past that you can harvest, and so much that you've been through in your life that has led you to this point and could give you this burst of confidence that you need to become everything you are. Or let me say that. It can give you that burst of confidence that you need to become everything you were meant to be. And that's what happened. When I left Travis and let it go and left, I looked back, I thought, was that stupid? He is fantastic. I'll never forget it. It was like instant. It was like overnight instant, like, oh my God.
And there's such a memorable scene in Graceland with you and Travis. And I'm not going to ruin it. You have to read the book to get that scene. Mm-hmm. It's so good. I just like it.
My mom says it's sensual. I'm like, Mother, you need to get out more. This is so sensual. PG. But it's, come on, Zach. It's PG. There's nothing like, I mean, it's not even PG-14.
It's PG 11. But it's not, but you feel it, you know, and I think that's the thing.
I will tell you, I'm going to tell you this. This is awful. I can't believe I'm saying this. That Graceland experience with Travis, I've never been turned on like that, ever.
See, and you're saying PG, but
I don't know if I've been turned on like that since either. We've been married 20 plus years, but I'm just saying, like, in my whole entire, like, adult life, or my life period, because I'm not that active, y'all. I'm just like, I didn't grow up, you know, swinging from the chandeliers. I've never been that, can I say turned on as I was at that Graceland. That was also a chapter in the book people challenged. They were like, are you sure you want to put all your stuff out there? I'm like, yo, it's not that bad. We didn't roll around and make out and get naked at Graceland. I mean, I'm just saying, but it was a moment. It was intimate. It was very intimate.
Yep. Okay.
We're moving on.
Okay. Moving on.
Zach, hey, how are you?
I'm good, Kim. How are you?
Honey, I'm busier than a one-arm paper hanger.
You just launched your jewelry line. Congratulations.
Yeah, I mean, it's like every other day. It's like the house is on fire. We're launching this. We're doing this. I've got two teenagers at the house.
How are they?
Okay, well, I'm kicking the podcast off with this because I think they're delusional.
I'm just seeing this from their point of view, and they're like, my mom says I'm delusional.
I don't say they're delusional. They are delusional. And I got to tell you, like, I'm going to get really real with y'all on this episode, because we're calling this, How Do You Know a Good Thing When You See It? Okay, this is what we're calling this podcast. But I'm dedicating this to my three men that I live with, Travis, Blanton, and Bo.
Okay.
My husband is Travis. I've got the two boys, 14-year-old Blanton and 16-year-old Bo. And I lost it the other night, just lost it. And when I say lost it, I meant I had, I think, what is called an outer body experience.
Okay.
So either A, I'm having a nervous breakdown, or B, no one is talking about raising teens in this kind of way. Or C, I'm looking at a good thing and I'm not seeing it. Okay, so this is my options here. Now, a lot of that might be, all three of those things could be actually true, and all of it, a little bit can be true. And I'm getting there. I'm getting to the story. But it's been a doozy. It's been a doozy of a week. I've got a 14-year-old this trying to fail every class he's in. I've got a 16-year-old who I have to track on Life 360. And then I've got a husband who, I guess he's got spring fever or something. I don't know, Zach. I'm just telling you, it's been a rough week.
Sorry, Kim. Wait, why? Can we go back to the try to fail every class thing? I don't mean to just derail you, but like...
He's trying to actually fail. Like, he's got the work and he doesn't turn it in. And when you do that, basically an email comes on that's in bright red. I mean, it might as well be going, says you've got a 0, you know,
Okay.
and then I ask him about the zeros, and he's like, oh, it's so big deal. I'm turning tomorrow. Like, I mean, like, so to come to find out, I'm like, wow, he's not doing this work. He's not turning in. But the work is in the folder. He's just too lazy to open the folder, slide out the work, and turn the finished work in.
Okay. I don't know what to say about that, Kim. That's wild.
So this is why I want to have this episode today, because I need you, everybody listening, to help encourage me today. Normally, I have a lot of good things to encourage you. So I lost it. When I mean lose it, if you had been videoing me and putting this out on social media, people said this woman needs to be committed somewhere. Okay. All right. It was like,
can you paint a picture? Wait, so what? Like,
I'm painting the picture.
Paint the picture. Tell us what happened. Set the scene. Tell us what happened.
So we come to find out that Blanton's not turning any of his work, you know, and when you're starting to get, you know, emails from teachers and stuff, you know, you're just like, okay, all right, well, you know, because I wasn't the best student. Let's just be honest. I mean, I wasn't. I mean, I was squeaking by with a C.
Well, you always say
most
like,
things.
oh, negotiate your grades. Like you were
I
over
did
there.
negotiate my
I
grades.
picture young Kim, like, you know, going to the teacher and being like, hey, look.
Oh, yeah. In college, I negotiated, baby. I knew what I had to do to get where I had to go. But, you know, Blanton, unfortunately for Blanton, he ain't got that kind of swag. Okay. Unfortunately for Blanton, he does not have my negotiating skills. He has his father's. Okay.
Can we I just like, hold on, audience, you need to know, Kim went to theology school. So Kim is negotiating grades in theology school.
But there's nothing wrong. There's nothing, you know, backhanded sinful about that. That's
right.
just a life skill.
I mean, you're the one who went to theology school. You would know.
When Dr. Hooks, he was my hermeneutics teacher. And I remember, like, and he is like the biggest rule follower. I hope he's still alive. Mr. Hooks, if you are, I love you, man. And I remember I had to have an A in this class, right? Okay. And I was barely scraping by with a B. And I remember I said to him, I said, I have to be on the dean's list to win Miss Georgia. This is a true story. I said, I have to be on the dean's list to win Miss Georgia. And so I remember he's like, I've got to pray about it. I've got to pray about it. And then one day he called me into the teacher's lounge. This is a true story. Okay. Atlanta Christian College in East Point, Georgia. He called me into the teacher's lounge and he was standing by the window looking out like he was making the biggest decision of his life. Like this was like a decision of like great moral conundrum here, you know, this is, you know, and he said, I'm going to give you an A. And I remember he said, but you better win Miss Georgia. I will never forget it. He goes, but you better win Miss Georgia. I did. So thank you, Dr. Hooks.
You did it. Yeah, you
did
it.
For fudging the grade. But I negotiated it. I think I had to do like a little paper or something, turn something in.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. This was before AI. Anyway, so I'm just saying, here we go. I get home. Blanton is not doing any of his work. I mean, we're in basketball season and tennis season and soccer season. So we got 3. I mean, it's crazy. I lost everything. I had a big Burger King bag because I had gotten everybody dinner because, you know, I live my life on the run. And we were out of factor meals. And so I had Burger King bag. I took that Burger King bag full of God knows what. And I hurled that bag across the room. It hit my wall. And I told everybody, I'm moving out. I'm getting my own apartment and I'm done with them. And all 3 of them were like this. So do you think they said they were sorry? No. This is the text I get. So after my son had to leave, after this happened, my son had to get out and leave and go to soccer practice. And so it was like.
Wait, Blanton did or Bo?
Bo. Okay. But they were all 3 there. They all got the wrath of mom. Bo had to go, you know, and they know when to get out of Dodge. So he grabbed his keys. He left. This was at 6. So this was like happening like at 6:15, 6:36. He's at the school. This is the text I get. You ready for this? Can someone come take my car to the gas station and get some gas while I'm at soccer and drop it back off at school, please? I'm going to read that again for those of you who weren't listening. Can someone grab my car at the school while I'm at soccer practice and take it to the gas station and get some gas and drop it back off at the school, please?
What was your response?
I did not answer. I did not answer. At 6:55, did anyone get my car?
And so this is to you and Travis?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
No, this is just to me. You think Travis
just
going to
you.
do that? It's just to me. No response. Hey, and also, since you threw the Burger King bag across the, since you threw he's misspelled it. Since you threw the Burger King bag across the room, can I order myself something really small, please, from DoorDash? I haven't eaten all day. Mm-hmm.
I mean.
And then I texted him.
Wait, Kim.
I texted him. This is how I ended it. Are you a complete idiot? ? And I had no response.
You even do that like on his
Never!
birthday? Yeah. What?
No!
I don't understand. Who does that? Who
No,
is
I'm
doing
gonna tell you
for their
something else.
16-year-old?
They will all take, like Bo and Travis, they'll all take the car that's filled up with gas.
Backstory, everybody. Let's just take a step back for a second. Kim, there's like a little piece of equipment that's this big that Kim has to plug into the podcast studio to make it work better. And it's in the car.
My car.
And Kim goes, I'm sorry, I didn't bring it because Travis took my car because it had more gas in it. And I was like,
Right.
Who does that?
My family.
Is there no gas stations around in Atlanta? What's going on?
I don't know, but that
this isn't Mad Max.
This is like, we're not siphoning off gas. Well, I will tell you, let me just, honest to God, Travis is so cheap though, y'all. I'm serious that he will go and just put like $10 in.
Why?
Yeah. He'll just go and put 10. Do you know what I'm saying? Like he's that person. Like when we go eat at restaurants, we all get water and we get one soda and share it. I'm trying to think what else is it. So, oh God, I got one better for you. Stay with me, people. Stay with me. He, in the summers, rolls down the windows and does not run the air because he says it burns more gas. As energy efficient as cars are today.
Okay, I think there's a certain speed limit. No, there's a speed at which that's no longer true. It's like 45 miles an hour. And
it's not true, period, Zach. You're saving
Travis.
half of pennies. That is the most ridiculous. I'm sweating like Bertha at the beach, and he is trying to save 2 cents on gas. And so he'll pull in.
I do think that's true, though.
And he's so good with money. I'm not beating him down. I'm just saying I know a good thing when I see it. He's a good man. I'm just saying. When we pull into the gas station, and it's like, chicken, and it's like 2 seconds, and he comes back and gets back in the car, and here we go. And I'm like, did you fill the car up? He goes, oh, no, I only put like $10 in. We'll get some later. And you know why he's done that? Because it's $3.86 right here at this gas station, and he knows 3 miles down the road is 10 cents less.
Kim, it's like $4.50 here in California. We pay.
Oh, well, he wouldn't put but $2 or $3 in to get you back and forth to your house then if we live there.
Yeah, that's it.
So this is why I wanted to do this episode today, because my kids do not know a good thing when they see it.
They don't even know how to read a room. Like, when there's Burger King on the wall of the room, you can't read a room.
But doesn't say I'm sorry. Doesn't say says, can I come get his car while he is at soccer practice, fill it up with gas, and return the car back to him. And then says, I threw the food across the room. Can he go DoorDash him something? I'm going to tell you something. People do not know good things when they see it. And let me tell you something. My kids and my husband's got a good thing. Okay? And that, I think, is a big, huge problem in today's world.
Yep.
And the great thing about it is I've talked to several people. Like, I always I'm careful because I'm like, should I tell people that I'm crazy and I lose it and tell my kids I'm moving out and I'm getting my apartment? And then I mentioned that on a call that we had. We're launching jewelry. So the whole team all over, the United States of America are on this call. And every single woman goes, oh, yeah, I did that last week. And I thought, oh, okay. So every woman is out there either in their head or verbally saying to their families, I'm getting ready to leave you. Okay? Because you ain't seeing what's good here. Because honestly, Zach, it is hard out here for a working mom, wife, caretaker, chick woman. Did you know that?
Yeah, it is hard for a working mom, wife, caretaker, chick woman.
Good for you. And good for you for seeing that. But you live with three women.
But can I say, but for real, no, let me really respond, because I do think it's really hard. And I had no idea like, let me put it this way. I thought
Do it.
like I worked really hard. Like when I worked in TV and in production, and then I had a kid and I was like, oh, I've never been more tired. I've never been more stressed. I've never been like, it's just like, you know.
Okay, let me ask you this. Are you 50-50?
No. And it's not 50-50 because it's never 50-50. I mean,
I know.
You know.
Okay, but let's not, no preface. Okay. Does she work harder with the kids than you do? Yes or no? No. Okay. Rapid fire. Spit it out.
Okay. Yes.
Okay.
But I try really hard.
And I can tell you the mental load,
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
the mental
she's got
load,
the
Zach,
mental load.
is okay.
And that's like, there's just so much of the like day-to-day keeping the family alive. Right. And like my kids are all at younger. Right. So they're not like trying to text Postmates or whatever, but like just feeding your kids. Like my kids won't eat. I don't know what your kids are like. You know, I don't know what they were like when they were little.
They'll get there. Oh, my kids, that's all they do is eat. That's all.
Yeah.
Like my Factor meals. I don't lie. When I say that they come and steal them, I mean, I go and get one for lunch next. It's gone. I'm like, who ate my chicken?
It's so funny. Yeah.
And then they'll put it underneath their beds. Like it'll be like old food and stuff. Uh-huh. Oh, yeah. There was a half-eaten watermelon bowl. Like there was cut up watermelon in a bowl. Okay. You know, and it cost $42 for that, you know, to get it cut up. Like, you know, especially in the winter. I mean, you know, watermelon in the winter is like $772.
Yeah.
Okay. So it had a couple of pieces in it and it was sitting inside the bathtub.
I mean, was there a bottle of vodka out of it? Because
I don't know. You know, there was no alcohol involved. I'm just saying, like, are you just sitting there in a leisurely tub eating watermelon? I'm just saying, like, being a mom is so tough. And then I ask about it, and they're like, what? But the fact that my son said to me, can you go fill up my car with gas while I'm at soccer practice and drop it back off? Just like, why would I not do that for him? This is what I'm talking about.
But what did you follow that up with? Like when he got home
nothing.
And you actually
it was
saw
crickets.
him, just never even.
The last text I sent him is, are you a complete idiot? That was my text.
And then, so he knew he's not going to bring that up.
He knew I'm being an idiot. Yeah.
Yeah.
So this is the thing though. I say to my kids all the time, like we're a very verbal family. And by verbal, I mean, we will fight toe to toe. Okay. You know my family. Yeah. You know, I have always taught my kids to challenge authority. Just don't believe everything you hear. Have your own thoughts. And so some of this mess is coming back to me. Okay. What goes around goes around. But I wanted to talk about how to know something is good when you see it, because I think a lot of people are dissatisfied with their lives or a little bit delusional, like Bo was about taking his car to get gas in it. Because what they're looking at, they're not recognizing how good they've got it. And there is this quote that really hit me hard. You know, I have my quiet times every morning, y'all, and I really encourage everybody to do that, because when I miss it, I'm messed up. I'm serious. Like when I do this and get centered every day, it really helps. And you know, I pray and ask the Lord to show me what I need to do and what have you. But this quote hit me from a little reading I was reading one morning. It says, "It's not what you look at that matters. It's what you see." Henry David Thoreau. It's not what you look at that matters. It is what you see. And the difference of this, to me, what we look at and what we see is between the senses of seeing, you know, and perception. You know, senses provide like data, like they're taking it in. Like I'm sitting there taking in my kids taking advantage of me and my family taking advantage of me. And I know a lot of women that feel this way, okay? They just, you know, the senses provide facts. But they don't truly allow us to perceive or you know, experience necessarily what we're seeing. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Makes me think so much of like just the stuff that the beauty around us that we miss. It's like, you know, you see the beautiful view and then you see it every day and then you stop seeing it. Right. Yeah.
But we and also we're in such a data-driven world now. I'm telling you, y'all, this is deep. So stay with me. We're such a data-driven world with AI and text and even TikToks and all this. They're just. It's so taking in information. Let's say you look at an azalea plant that's blooming, and you say, "Oh, those are pretty colored flowers. That's a great stem. Oh, they must be feeding it right." We go through all the data first, and we skip. Oh my gosh, that's so beautiful. Look at those blooms. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, we don't perceive it. We just sense it. And y'all, perception is everything. Okay. So, okay. Follow me. You know how I talk about Bo and the basketball journey of Bo. It's so hilarious. I swear. I swear you would think that this kid... basketball is about to just kill us because it's been like this Achilles heel, but yet the most amazing good experience. It's the weirdest thing. Okay, so like here we go. Know a good thing when you see it. So the season just ended, thank God. And we were playing some games, and he rides the bench a lot. You know, he's a junior. He's 5'8.5". He's not the tallest kid on the team by far. My son is thick. He's built. You know what I'm saying? Like he's solid. He's not a tall, skinny. You know what I'm saying? He's not the typical looking basketball player. Yeah. He set the bench most of the season. I mean, he got in. He did great. I mean, he was amazing. I'm so proud of him. It was the night before the region basketball games. And he comes in, he drops his stuff, he sits on the steps, and he says, "I'm done with basketball. I'm not playing this summer. I'm not playing my senior year. I'm just done. I'm not wasting my time. I'm not doing it." And for once in my life, because I don't like to see him quit anything or anybody quit anything, unless you know that you know, and that's another podcast, but I'm getting to the where it's a good thing, know a good thing when you see it. And I said, "Son, first of all, I didn't preach, and I do the whole preaching thing. God's got something special, and He's using it. I didn't do any of that because He's tapped out, right? I didn't Kimism him, and I finally just said, I don't blame you. I said, the coach doesn't see your talent. You've given it all this year. You played varsity. You've done the best you could. It's time to take off your uniform, turn it in. I totally agree with you." And so we both exhaled, right? Mm-hmm. We felt good about it in the family. And Travis was like, "Son, we support you in whatever you want to do." Normally, we wouldn't do that, Zach. Normally, we'd say, "You're going to stick it out."
You'd push, yeah.
So the next day was the big game, region game from LCAs, BCA versus LCA. Bethlehem Christian and Loganville Christian Academy. I mean, they're big rivals, right?
Yeah.
So, and we played at LCA. We played at their home gym. Well, Travis and I couldn't go. We're working again. We're launching jewelry and launching everything else. So we're working. And we know he ain't going to get no playing time. It's a region match. Region game. So he ain't going to play time. So the game's going on. I'm not even thinking about it. And I get this text from my friend Amanda, and she says, "Bo got in. He's lighting it up." Like he was popping off threes. Now, keep in mind, this team beat us by 20 or 30 points every time they played us before. The region.
Yeah.
This was a region game. And Bo and the team got them down to where they were only losing by 6.
Wow.
And he'd take Bo and a couple other guys out, the bench guys out, and they'd go back up in points, and they'd put Bo and the bench guys back in, and they'd cut the score down, and so on and so forth. And I say all that not because Bo is this amazing NBA future star. I'm saying when he got done and he got home, like everybody was like, "Oh my God, Bo was killing!" Like Bo just came alive. He had a great game. And he said to me, "Wow, Mom, maybe God is telling me I don't need to quit basketball after that game." Wow. So when I say to you, whatever you're going through, whatever your basketball game sitting the bench is for you, sometimes it's not, we're looking at sitting the bench, and we're not looking at preparing for the opportunity when we get in the game. Sometimes God has us sit on the bench so that when we do get that moment, we can really see it and seize it. My sons and my husband, they took for granted that, mom's going to get the food. She's going to fill our cars up with gas. She's going to do everything for us. That they couldn't see how blessed they are to have me. That's what I'm trying to tell you. Your circumstance, bad, good, or indifferent, is a good thing if you're looking at it properly. Instead of just sensing it and experiencing the data of what's going on, you perceive it. You take it in. Change is inevitable. It's happening every day. Our body is changing. Like everything's changing every single day.
Lasts.
We're aging. I'm in this age of possibility with QVC. I'm over 50 and
and fabulous.
And we're fabulous. But you're definitely at a different place and you look at life a little different, especially when change happens to you, because it's inevitable at every stage of life. But that deliberate place to live is a good place to be, right? It's a more mature place to be. And like you said, you're thinking and you're planning, and that's a good place to be. But the most optimum place to live from is by design. Okay? And what that is having a why, a mission statement, a reason for being behind truly everything that happens to you. Let me give you an example.
Okay.
So when I had this thing dumped on me this past week that was really scary.
Yeah.
And I've worked really hard to build a business that's really, really big and really impactful. Okay. And that, and I'm doing air quotes here for those who can't see, if you're not one, when that seemed threatened, okay, where there was just some decisions that have to be made or was going to be made that would threaten that part of my business.
Yeah.
I went through default where I was like, well, I'm just gonna, I went through the reactive place. Yep. And then I took a couple of days and I went through the deliberation of, okay, well, if this happens, I could do this, this, and this, or I could do, okay.
Yep.
But now, after 5 days of sitting with the change or possible change, I'm thinking about it from a life by design standpoint, which means this could be God's provision for something that's coming, that's something that's coming, that's bigger. And I never thought about it like that in that short of a period of time. A lot of times I sit in one of those places, like you said, Zach, you sit in that deliberation period a little bit too long.
Yeah.
But when you get to the place of design, you're really starting to become a person of legacy. Because to become a person of legacy, you have to have a theory of life that allows you to show up in the world in a way that is on purpose. And I know that's a lot to take in, and I don't even know what I just said because that sounds really deep.
Well, that is a lot. Can I? Yeah, go ahead.
No, you go ahead. Interrupt me because I could just talk about this forever.
No, I'm going to interrupt because for me, okay, you use the word legacy, right? And I feel like legacy is the kind of thing that's such a big word, and it's a word that I feel like is reserved for like heads of state and big CEOs
big
and
job, big position.
Big job. Here is the legacy I am leaving, and here is my statue in front of the medical college that I founded for my legacy, and I feel like
which is great.
Which is great. That is what, but I feel like I have a feeling you don't mean it like that. I don't think you mean it as that. Because I think a lot of the folks in our audience, from hearing from people and getting to know our audience so well, I feel like a lot of folks don't feel
Don't even
like
know
they
that
would
they have a legacy.
legacy.
Right,
Yeah,
right.
don't even
But you
feel
do.
like they're the kind of person that would have a legacy. That is not a word they would put inside the Venn diagram that is their life.
I know, but the fact that you feel like something's missing in your life, okay,
Yeah.
tells me that you do think you have a legacy. Like, if you, or else why would you feel that way? You'd be satisfied.
Right.
And that's the beautiful thing about change, is it really, like I will say to you, there's been so many times in my life, y'all, that if God did not abruptly change, I mean, haven't you had relationships that just go away? You're like, what? We've been friends for 20 years and you're just, they act a fool or y'all fight or whatever and it's just over. And you're like, what? Sometimes that's a closed door that God has to really bring into your life, a change that has to really come at you in your life to make you shift. Otherwise, you wouldn't. You would stay satisfied. And a satisfied life is one that is not growing. You know, research has found that up to 70% of people who experience like positive psychological growth come from difficult times in life's changes.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so a lot of you are sitting here watching this going, that you're either going through a change, because I always say this, my daddy says this, you either heading into a storm, in a storm, or coming out of a storm. We can replace that storm word with change. You're either heading into change, you're in it right now, or you're coming out of change, because it's inevitable. But change puts you in a place of undoneness. And being undone just means you're not finished.
Yeah.
You're not done.
The thing that sticks to me too is like, it's hard to look at yourself from the outside. It's hard to
Well, see,
do
you
it
and
for
I
yourself.
are going through something right now with a new little business we're doing.
Yeah.
And I love it because you and I, I can just tell where we are in the decision-making process, because you want to talk it through. Well, you said, I was like, oh, we got to do this, do it.
Yeah.
That's what,
you were just like, let's do it. You were like, let's just do it.
And you're
Go
like,
ahead,
well, Kim,
go.
I want to talk about it. I'm like, we ain't got to talk about it. I'm just telling you, go right there, figure out, let's just sign a contract and do it. Let's do it.
Yep. Yeah.
Like, see, to me, that's what I'm talking about. Like, and I love it because QVC has over 50, like all of us women who are like in this club at QVC with over 50, we're all there. Do it. Go.
Right. You're just like, I'm over it.
Let's do it. No, we've
There's
learned.
no pretense.
We've learned.
Yeah.
We've learned that change and evolution and all that is painful, but it's prosperous. I love y'all. Hit us up. Let us know. Tell us what you're going through and show, and then how you're going to look at it differently and watch it change. That's all. What? And watch it change. I say, I'm it. Bye. That's it. That's the whole show. Watch it change. Bye. Zach Miller is the executive producer of The Kim Gravel Show. His production company is Uncommon Audio. Our producer is Kathleen Grant, the brunette exec. Production help from Emily Breeden and Sarah Noto. Our cover art is designed by Sanaz Huber at Mammarian Creative. Our show is edited by Mike Kligerman. Our guest intros are performed by Roxy Reese. Our guest booking is done by Central Talent Booking. Our ads are furnished by True Native Media. And y'all, I want to give a big, huge thank you to the entire team at QVC Plus. And a special thank you to our audience for making this community so strong. If you are still listening, then you must have liked a few episodes along the way. So tell somebody about it. Tell somebody about this show. And join our mailing list at thekimgravelshow.com. I cannot do this show without you, and so I thank you from the bottom of my heart for listening. I hope you've gained a little bit of encouragement, light, and love from watching and listening to The Kim Gravel Show. I love y'all so much. Until next time, bye y'all.